A big city is a good place to hide. Canada's largest metropolis is now seen as a safe haven, just over the border from the United States.
This is CBC News.
Toronto radio stations broadcast plenty of reminders as to why American military deserters are heading this way.
It was one of the bloodiest days in Baghdad in weeks. As many as 24 people were killed in a week.
One of those American soldiers now on the run is Ryan Johnson, fleeing with his wife to Toronto to avoid serving in Iraq. When I tracked them down, he told me deserting was the toughest decision of his young life.
I started talking to soldiers that had been there, asking them about their experiences, and they were telling me stories of, seeing innocent children die in the streets, running over civilian vehicles with tanks, firing into hospitals and ambulances, and doing raids on homes.
Ryan and some of the other deserters he spends time with are now asking for asylum in Canada. Chris deserted just a few weeks ago from the Marines, the same unit now accused of carrying out a civilian massacre in Iraq. He thought he was being encouraged to commit illegal acts.
My sergeant took his fire team aside, which is myself and 3 other Marines, and he showed us some pictures of what war was really like. The first picture he showed me was him lighting a cigarette off of a burning Iraqi's body. That just disgusted me, because this is a man that I respected as a Marine, someone that I'd like to follow into battle. My sergeant took us to the side again and we spoke, and he talked about what would happen if we killed a civilian accidentally. He told us, unofficially, what he says is to drop an AK-47 behind the body, and our fire team will say they were a combatant.
Ryan, Chris and many others are following a well-trodden path. In the 1960s and 70s, thousands of Americans came to Canada to avoid being drafted for the Vietnam War.